Once upon a time,
I wish
in a far-off kingdom,
more than anything,
a young
more
maiden,
than life,
a sad young
more than
lad,
jewels.
I wish
and a childless baker,
more than life.
I wish with his
more
wife,
than anything.
more than the moon.
The king is giving a festival.
More than life. I wish
to go to the festival.
more than riches.
And the
I wish my cow would give us some milk.
more than anything.
I wish we had a Charlie's house.
I wish to go to the festival.
We should give us
I wish we might have a child. I wish.
You wish to go to the festival?
The poor girl's mother had died.
You, Cinderella, the festival? You wish to go to the festival, the king's festival?
And her father had taken for his new wife
The festival?
a woman with 2 daughters of her own.
Look at your nails, look at your dress. People will laugh at you. Nevertheless, you still wish to go to the festival and dance before the prince.
All 3 were beautiful of face, but vile and black of heart. Jack, on the other hand, had no father, and his mother, she was not quite beautiful.
I wish my son were not a fool. I wish my house was not a mess. I wish the cow was full of milk. I wish the walls were full of gold. I wish a lot of things. You foolish child, what in heaven's name are you doing with a cow inside the house?
Well, a warm environment may be just what Milky White needs to produce his milk.
It's a she! How many times must I tell you? Only she's can give milk. I wish. It's not for me, it's for my granny in the woods. A loaf of bread, please. To bring my poor old hungry granny in the woods. Just a loaf of bread, please.
Cinderella's stepmother had a surprise for her.
I've emptied a pot of lentils into the ashes for you. If you have picked them out again in 2 hours' time, you shall go to the ball with us.
And perhaps a sticky bun or 4.
Birds in the eaves and the leaves and the fields and the castles and ponds.
And those ponds, please.
Down from the eaves and the leaves of our fields and the castles and ponds.
Little birds, look through the ashes, peek and peck but swiftly sift through the ashes into the pot. Now listen to me, son. Milky White must be taken to market.
Mother, no, he's the best cow.
She was! She's been dry for a week. We've no food or money and no choice but to sell her while she can still command a price.
But Milky White is my best friend in the whole world.
Look at her! There are bugs on her duds. There are flies in her eyes. There's a lump on her rump big enough to be a hump.
But
Son, we've no time to sit and dither while her withers wither with her. And no one keeps a cow for a friend. Sometimes I fear you're touched. Into the woods, it's time to go. I hate to leave, I have to though. Into the woods, it's time, and so I must begin my journey. Into the woods and through the trees to where I am expected, ma'am. Into the woods to grandmother's house. Into the woods to grandmother's house. You're certain of your way. The way is clear, the light is good. I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood. I sort of hate to ask it, but do you have a basket?
don't stray and be late.
And save some of those sweets for Granny. Into the woods and down the dell, the path is straight, I know it well. Into the woods and who can tell what's waiting on the journey. Into the woods to bring some bread to Granny who is sick in bed. Never can tell what lies ahead, for all that I know she's already dead. Into the woods, into the woods, into the woods, and out of the woods and home before dark.
Fly, birds, back to the sky, back to the eaves and the leaves and the fields and the...
Hurry up and do my hair, Cinderella, are you really wearing that? Here I found a little hair, Cinderella, can't you hide it with a hat?
You look beautiful.
Oh, she needs me. Put it in a twist. We'll be there at the festival.
Mother said be good, father said be nice. That was always their advice. So be nice, Cinderella, good Cinderella. Nice, good, nice. What's
Good, nice, kind, good. Not that tight. Sorry. Claude.
Because the baker had lost his mother and father in a baking accident, at least that's what he believed, he was eager to have a family of his own and was concerned that all efforts until now had failed.
Who might that be?
We've sold our last loaf of bread.
It's the witch from next door. We have no bread.
Of course you have no bread.
What do you wish?
It's not what I wish. It's what you wish. Nothing cooking in there now, is there?
The old enchantress went on to tell the couple that she had placed a spell on their house.
What spell?
In the past, when you were no more than a babe, your father brought his wife and you to this cottage. They were a handsome couple, but not handsome neighbors. You see, your mother was with child and had developed an unusual appetite. She took one look at my beautiful garden and told your father what she wanted more than anything in the world was greens, greens, and nothing but greens. Parsley, peppers, cabbages, and celery, asparagus, and watercress, and fiddlefors, and lettuce. He said, all right. But it wasn't quite, because I caught him in the autumn in my garden one night. He was robbing me, raping me, rooting through my rutabaga, raiding my arugula, and ripping up the rampion, my champion, my favorite. I should have laid a spell on him right there. Could have turned him into a dog, or a stone, or a chair, or But I let him have the rampion. I lost a spare. In return, however, I said fair is fair. You let me have the baby that your wife will bear. And we'll call it square.
I had a brother?
No! But you had a sister.
But the witch refused to tell him any more of his sister. Not even that her name was Rapunzel. She went on.
I thought it had been more than reasonable, and that we all might live happily ever after. But how was I to know what your father had also hidden in his pocket? You see, when I inherited that garden, my mother told me I was to be punished if I were to ever lose any of the beans.
Beans?
The special beans. I let him go. I didn't know he stole my beans. I was watching him crawl back over the wall. The bang, crash, the lightning flash. Oh, that's another story. Never mind. Anyway, unless the big day came, I made my claim. Oh, don't take away the baby. They shrieked and screeched. But I did, and I hid her where she'll never be reached. Your father cried and your mother died. With extra measure, I admit it was a pleasure. I said sorry. I'm still not mollified. Then I laid a little spell on him. You too, son. That your family tree would always be a barren one. So there's no more fuss and there's no more scenes and my garden thrives. You should see my nectarines. Telling you the same I tell kings and queens. Never, ever, ever mess around with my greens. Especially the beans. Now listen to me, Jack. Lead Milky White to market and fetch the best price you can for her. Take no less than £5. Are you listening to me?
Yes.
How much are you to ask?
No more than £5.
Less than 5.
Than 5.
Jack, 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 head in a sack. The house is getting colder. This is not a time for dreaming. Chimney stack starting to crack. The mice are getting bolder. The floor's gone slack. Your mother's getting older. Your father's not back. And you can't just sit here dreaming pretty dreams. To wish and wait from day to day will never keep the wolves away. So into the woods, the time is now. We have to live, I don't care how. Into the woods to sell the cow. We must begin the journey. Straight through the woods and don't delay. We have to face the marketplace. Into the woods to journey's end.
Into the woods to sell a friend.
Someday you'll have a real pet, Jack.
A piggy?
Meanwhile, the witch, for purposes of her own, explained how the baker might lift the spell.
You wish to have the curse reversed?
need a certain potion first. Go to the wood and bring me back. 1. The cow as white as milk. 2. The cape as red as blood. 3. The hair as yellow as corn. 4. The slipper as pure as gold. Bring me these before the chime of midnight. In 3 days' time, and you shall have, I guarantee, a child as perfect a child can be. Go to the wood!
Now may I go to the festival?
The festival. Darling, those nails, darling, those clothes, lentils are one thing, but darling, with those, you'll make us the fool of the festival. When marks by the prince.
The carriage is waiting.
We must be gone.
Good night, I wish.
Look what I found in Father's hunting jacket.
6 beans.
I wonder if they are the...
Witches' beans? We'll take them with us.
No, you are not coming.
I know you're fearful of the woods at night.
The spell is on my house. Only I can lift the spell. The spell is on my house.
Our house. We must
No,
lift
you
the
are not
spell
coming, and
together,
that is
so
final.
on our house.
Now, what am I to return with?
You don't remember? The cow is white as milk, the cape as red as blood, the hair as yellow as corn, the slipper as pure as gold.
Cow is white as milk, the cape is red as
And
blood.
so the
hair is
baker
yellow as
reluctantly
corn,
set off to
slipper
meet
is
the
pure as
enchantress's
gold.
demands. As for Cinderella,
I still wish to go to the festival.
Cow is white as milk.
But how am I ever to get to the festival? I know I'll visit Mother's grave, there's a hazel tree. Tell her I just want to go to the king's festival. Into the woods, it's time to go. Maybe all in vain, I know. Into the woods, but even so, I have to take the journey. Into the woods, the path is straight, I know it well, but who can tell?
Into the woods to lift the spell.
Into the woods to visit Mother. Into the woods to fetch the things.
To make the
To
potion.
go to the festival, into the woods without regret. The choice is made, the task is set. Into the woods, but not forgetting why I'm on the journey. Into the woods to get my wish, I don't care how the time is now. Into the woods to sell the cow.
To the woods to get the money.
Into the woods to lift the spell.
Make the
To
potion.
go to the festival. To grandmother's house. Into the woods to grandmother's house. The way is clear, the light is good. I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood. No need to be afraid, there's something in the glade there. Into the woods without delay, but careful not to lose the way. Into the woods, who knows what may be lurking on the journey. Into the woods to get the thing that makes it worth the journeying. Into the woods to sell the cow,
Make the potion.
to see, to sell, to get, to bring, to make, to live, to go to the festival. Into the woods, into the woods, into the woods, and out of the woods, and home before dark.
Cinderella had planted a branch at the grave of her mother, and she visited there so often and wept so much that her tears watered it until it had become a handsome tree.
I've been good and I've been kind, Mother, doing only what I learned from you. Why then am I left behind, Mother? Is there something more that I should do? What is wrong with me, Mother? Something must be wrong. I wish.
What child? Specify. Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor, and good fortune, like bad, can befall when least expected.
I wish.
Do you know what you wish? Are you certain what you wish is what you want? If you know what you want, then make a wish. Ask the tree, and you shall have your wish.
Shiver and quiver, little tree. Silver and gold throw down on me. I'm off to get my wish.
Quiet. Silence everywhere, Milky White. Not to my liking.
Hello, Jack!
How did you know my name?
When first I appear, I seem mysterious, but when explained, I am nothing serious.
Say that again.
On your way to market, you might have been there long ago. Taking your time, Jack?
No, sir.
Is that the truth?
Well, no, I'm resting.
Well, how much are you asking for the animal?
No less than 5 pounds.
5 pounds? Oh, Jack, now why such a sum?
Well, my mother...
Your mother? A boy your age? Why, you'd be lucky to exchange her for a sack of beans!
Well, come along, Milky White. There are spirits here.
Good day, young lady.
Good day, Mr. Wolf.
Whither away so hurriedly?
To my grandmother's.
And what might be in your basket?
Bread and wine, so Granny will have something good to make her strong.
And where might grandmother live?
A good quarter of a league further in the woods. Her house stands under 3 large oak trees.
Look at that flesh, pink and plump. Hello, little girl. Tender and fresh, not one lump. Hello, little girl. This one's especially lush, delicious. Hello, little girl, what's your rush? You're missing all the flowers. The sun won't set for hours. Take your time.
Straight ahead, not to delay or be misled.
But slow, little girl, hark and hush. The birds are singing sweetly. You'll miss the birds completely. You're traveling so fleetly. Grandmother first, then Miss Plum. What a delectable couple. Utter perfection, one brittle, one supple, one moment, my dear.
Follow the path and never stray.
Just so, little girl, any path, so many worth exploring. Just one would be so boring. And look what you're ignoring. Delicate meat, crispy bones. Pig is a treat for the palate. All of that scrumptious carnality, oh, what a day! There's no possible way to describe what you feel when you're talking to your meal.
Father said not to stray, still I suppose one small delay, Granny might like a fresh bouquet. Goodbye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, little girl.
Goodbye, little piggy.
What's harm to come to that little girl? In the red cape.
Forget the little girl. There's the cape.
You frightened me.
There's the cape. Get it. Get it. Get it.
How am I supposed to get it?
You go up to the little thing and you take it.
I can't just take a cloak from a little girl. Why don't you take it?
If I could, I would. But I can't. Oh? I Rapunzel. Listen to her beautiful music. Get me what I need. Get me what I need.
This is ridiculous. I'll never get that red cape. Or find a golden cow or a yellow slipper. Or was it
a golden slipper, and a yellow cow. Oh no.
The cow is white as milk, the cape is red as blood, the hair is...
What are you doing here?
You forgot your scarf.
No. You have no business being alone in the wood. You have no idea what I have come upon here. You would be frightened for your life. Now, go home immediately.
Well, I wish to help.
No, the spell is on my house.
Our
Only
house.
I can lift the spell. The spell is on my house.
Together.
The spell is on...
A cow as white as...
Milk. Hello there, young man.
Hello, sir.
What might you be doing with a cow in the middle of the forest?
Well, I was headed to market, but I seem to have lost my way.
And what were you planning on doing?
And what were you planning on doing there?
So my cow, sir. No less than 5 pounds.
5 pounds. Where am I to get 5 pounds?
She must be generous of milk to fetch 5 pounds.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you can't fetch that sum, then what are you to do?
I hadn't thought of that. I suppose my mother and I will have no food to eat.
This is the sum total.
Oh, beans? But we mustn't give away our beans.
Huh?
Well, if you feel we must. Beans will bring you food, son.
Beans in exchange for my cow?
Well, these are no ordinary beans, son. These beans carry magic.
Magic? What kind of magic?
Tell him.
The magic that defies description.
My mother would probably...
You would be lucky to exchange her for a sack of beans!
How many beans?
6.
5. We mustn't give away all of them. We must keep one for ourselves. Besides, I'd say they're worth £1 each at the very least.
Could I buy my cow back someday?
Well, possibly. Good luck there, young lad.
I guess this is goodbye, old pal. You've been a perfect friend. I hate to see us part, old pal. Someday I'll buy you back. I'll see you soon again. I hope that when I do, it won't be on a plate.
Take the cow and go home.
I was trying to be helpful.
Magic beans? We've no reason to believe they're magic. Are we going to dispel this curse through deceit?
No one would have given him more for that creature. We did him a favor, at least they'll have some food.
5 beans?
If you know what you want, then you go and you find it and you get it.
Home.
Do we want a child or not? And you give and you take and you bid and you bargain or you live to regret it.
Will you please go home?
There are rights and wrongs and in-betweens. No one waits when fortune intervenes. And maybe they're really magic. Who knows? Why you do what you do, that's the point. All the rest of it is chatter.
Look at her, she's
Everything
fine.
you do is pure in intent. If it's meant and it's just a little bent, doesn't matter.
Yes?
No, what matters is that everyone tells tiny lies. What's important really is the size.
What?
Only 3 more tries and we'll have our prize. When the end's inside, you'll realize if the end is right, it justifies the beans.
Take the cow and go home. I will carry this out in my own fashion.
And so the baker continued his search for the cape as red as blood. As for Rapunzel, the witch was careful not to lose this beauty to the outside world, and so shut her within a doorless tower that lay deep within the forest. And when the old enchantress paid a visit, she called forth,
Rapunzel! Rapunzel! Let down your hair to me!
Rapunzel. Rapunzel. What a strange name. Strange, but beautiful. Fit for a prince. Tomorrow, before that horrible witch arrives, I will stand before her window and ask her to let her down to me. Hello, little one.
Hello.
Have you saved some of those sweets for Granny?
I ate all the sweets and half a loaf of bread.
Where did you get that beautiful cake? I so admire it.
My granny made it for me.
Is that right? I would love a red cloak just like that.
You look pretty foolish.
May I take a look at it?
I don't like being without my cape. Please give it back.
I want it badly.
Give it back, please.
Forget the little girl and get the cape.
I just wanted to make certain that you really love this cape. Now, you go to your granny's and you be careful no wolf comes your way.
I'd rather a wolf than you any day.
Ah! If you know what you need, then you go and you find it and you take it. Do I want a child or not? It's a cloak. What's a cloak? It's a joke. It's a stupid little cloak. And a cloak is what you make it. So you take it. Things are only what you need them for. What's important is who needs them more.
And so the baker, with newfound determination, went after the red cape. As for the little girl, she was surprised to find her grandmother's cottage door standing open.
Oh dear. How uneasy I feel. Perhaps it's all the sweets. Good day, grandmother. Hi, grandmother. You're looking very strange today. What big ears you have.
It's better to hear you with, my dear.
But grandmother, what big eyes you have.
The better to see you with, my dear.
But grandmother, what big hands you have.
The better to hug you with, my dear.
But grandmother, what a terrible big wet mouth you have.
The better to eat you with.
And scarcely had the wolf said this, and with a single bound he was devouring the little girl. Well, it was a full day of eating for both. And with his appetite appeased, the wolf took to bed for a nice long nap.
That grandmother has a mighty snore. Odd. Where's the little one? Eating, no doubt. Or eaten. Grandmother, ha! What is that red cloth in the corner of your mouth? Looks to me to be a piece of... Aha! Get the cloak from within your stomach.
Right? How dark and dank it was inside that wolf. Take that knife and cut his evil head off. Let's see his demons sliced to 1,000 bits. Yes, but they're full of painful madness and hideous death. Granny! Quiet, child. This is destroyed.
Well, I will leave you to your task.
Oh, you want the skin?
No! No! You keep them.
What kind of a hunter are you?
I'm a baker!
Mother said straight ahead, not the way or be misled. I should have heeded her advice, but he seemed so nice. And he showed me things, many beautiful things that I hadn't thought to explore. They were off my path, so I never had dared. I had been so careful, I never had cared. But he made me feel excited, well, excited and scared. When he said, "Come in," with that sickening grin, how could I know what was in store? Once his teeth were bared, though I really got scared, well, excited and scared, but he drew me close and he swallowed me down a dark, slimy path where lie secrets that I never want to know. And when everything familiar seemed to disappear forever at the end of the path, was Granny once again. So we wait in the dark until someone sets us free, and we're brought into the light, and we're back at the start. And I know things now, many valuable things that I hadn't known before. Do not put your faith in the cape and a hood. They will not protect you the way that they should. And take extra care with strangers. Even flowers have their dangers, and though scary is exciting, nice is different than good. Now I know, don't be scared. Granny is right, just be prepared. Isn't it nice to know a lot? And a little bit not. Mr. Baker! You saved our lives. Here.
Are you certain?
Yes. Maybe Granny will make me one out of the skins of that wolf.
Thank you.
And so the baker, with second article in hand, feeling braver and more satisfied than he had ever felt, ran back through the woods. As for the lad Jack,
Only a dope would exchange a cow for beans.
Brother, no!
To bed without supper for you.
little did they know that those beans would grow into an enormous stalk that would stretch into the heavens.
Are you all right, miss?
Yes, I just need to catch my breath.
What a beautiful gown you're wearing. Were you at the King's Festival?
Yes.
Oh, aren't you the lucky one? Whatever are you doing in the woods at this hour?
I think my priestly intuition says 2 leagues further. Run quickly! Have you seen a beautiful young woman in a ball gown pass through?
I don't think so, sir.
I think I see her over there.
Ah, yes.
Oh, I've never lied to royalty before. I've never anything to royalty before.
Thank you.
If a prince were looking for me, I certainly would not hide.
Well, what brings you here? And with a cow?
Well, my husband is somewhere in the woods. He's undoing a spell.
Oh!
Oh, yes. Now the prince. What was he like?
He's a very nice prince. And it's a very nice ball. And when I entered, they trumpeted.
And the prince?
Oh, the prince.
Yes, the prince.
Well, he's strong.
Is that all? Did you dance? Is he charming? We see that he's charming.
We did nothing but dance.
Yes.
And it made a nice change.
Oh, the prince.
Oh, the prince.
Yes, the prince.
He has charm for a prince, I guess.
Yes?
I don't meet a wide range, and it's all very strange.
Are you to return to the festival tomorrow, Eve?
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Oh, to be pursued by a prince. All that pursues me is tomorrow's bread. What I wouldn't give to be in your shoes.
Would you look over there? Looks like an enormous vine growing next to that little cottage.
I mean slippers.
Looks like a giant beanstalk rising from the sky.
There is gold.
I must get home. Wait, I need your shoes. Wait, come back.
1 midnight gone.
The most wished for are not to be touched.
Someone get, the better to have. Agreed?
Agreed.
Never were Bobby to ball or pig. Or open your mouth.
The difference between a cow and a bean is a bean can begin an adventure.
Spotted spoons don't hold much soup. The prettier the flower, the farther from the path.
When are they gone?
The mouth of a wolf's not the end of the world.
Servant is not just a dog to a friend.
Opportunity is not the
Visitor,
You may know what you need, but to get what you want, better see that you keep what you have.
1 minute gone.
Sometimes the things you most wish for.
1 minute gone.
And that's me gone.
Agreed. The flower.
1 minute gone. Into the woods. Into the woods. Into the woods and out of the woods and home before.
There are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible giants in the sky. When you're way up high and you look below at the world you've left and the things you know, little more than a glance is enough to show you just how small you are. When you're way up high and you're on your own in a world like none that you've ever known, where the sky is lead and the earth is stone, you're free to do whatever pleases you, exploring things you'd never dare, cause you don't care when suddenly there's a big, tall, terrible giant at the door. A big, tall, terrible lady giant sweeping the floor. But she gives you food and she gives you rest, and she draws you close to her giant breast, and you know things now that you never knew before. Not till the sky. Only just when you've made a friend and all you know she's big, but you don't feel small. Someone bigger than her comes along the hall to swallow you for lunch. And your heart is lead and your stomach stone, and you're really scared being all alone. And it's then that you miss all the things you know and the world you've left and the little you own. The fun is done. You steer what you can and run, and you scramble down and look below, and the world you know begins to grow. The roof, the house, and your mother at the door. The roof, the house, and the world you never thought to explore. And you think of all of the things you've seen, and you wish that you could live in between. And you're back again, only different than before. After the sky, there are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible, awesome, scary, wonderful giants in the sky. Good fortune! Good fortune! Look what I have here. Here's 5 gold pieces.
5 gold pieces?
I had more, but my mother made me surrender them. She allowed me these 5 to do with as I please.
Oh my.
Where's Milky White?
Milky White is back at home with my wife.
Oh, well, let's go find them.
Wait! I don't know that I wish to sell.
Are you saying that you wish more money?
More money is always...
Here, you take this. I'll go fetch more.
Wait, I didn't say I... 5 gold pieces. With this money I could buy baking supplies for a year. I could buy a new thatched roof and a new chimney.
But could you buy yourself a child?
Who are you?
When first I appear, I seem delirious, but when explained, I'm nothing serious. Could you buy yourself a child?
I don't understand.
How badly do you wish a child? 5 gold pieces? 10? 20?
I've not thought to put a price on it.
Exactly! You've not thought about many things, have you now, son?
Give me that back, it's not yours.
Nor is it Jack's, but the money's not what's important. What's important is that you get your wish.
Come back here! Damn, give me back! What are you doing here now?
Oh, I see you've the red cape.
Yes, I have the cape. I've only 2 items left to locate.
3.
2? two. I've the cow and the cape.
You've the cape!
What have you done with the cow?
She ran away! I never reached home. I've been looking for her all night!
I should have known better than to have entrusted her to you.
Well, she might have just as easily run from you.
But she didn't.
But she might have!
She didn't!
Yes! The cow is gone! Get it back! Get it back!
We were just going to do that. Here, I can give you this.
Don't give me that, fool! I don't want to touch that! Have you no sense? Hi, Rapunzel. Lovely.
She's very gifted.
By tomorrow's midnight, deliver the items. Oh, you wish you never thought to have a child.
I don't like that woman.
I'm sorry I lost the cat.
I shouldn't have yelled. Now please go back to the village. I will make things right. And then we can just go about our life. No more hunting around the woods for strange objects. No more witches and hungry little girls and dim-witted boys. Go!
Ah, there you are, good brother. Father and I had wondered where you had gone.
I've been looking all night for her.
Her?
The beautiful one I danced the evening with.
Where did she go?
Disappeared. Like the fine morning mist.
She was lovely.
The loveliest.
I am not certain of that. I, too, must confess that I found a beautiful maiden. She lives here, in the woods.
The woods?
Yes, in the top of a tall tower that has no doors or stairs.
Where?
Why, 2 leagues from here, due east, just beyond the mossy knoll.
And how do you manage a visit?
I stand before her tower and I say, Rapunzel! Rapunzel! Let down your hair to me! And she lowers the longest, most beautiful hair, yellow as corn, of which I climb to her.
Rapunzel! Rapunzel! What kind of a name is that? You jest, of course. I've never heard of such a thing.
I speak the truth. She is as true. She is as true as your maiden. A maiden? Running from a prince? Why, none would run from us.
Yet, one has. Did I abuse her or show her disdain? Why does she run from me? If I should lose her, how shall I regain the heart she has won from me? Agony beyond power of speech, when the one thing you want is the only thing out of your reach.
High in a tower, she sits by the hour, maintaining her hair, lithe and becoming, and frequently humming a light-hearted air. Agony, far more painful than yours, when you know she would go with you. If there only were doors. Agony, all the torture they teach. What's as intriguing,
Or half as fatiguing as what's out of reach. Am I not sensitive, clever, well-mannered, considerate, passionate, charming, as kind as I'm handsome and heir to a throne?
you are everything maidens could wish for.
Then why no?
Do I know?
The girl must be mad.
You know nothing of madness. till you're climbing her hair and you see her up there as you're nearing her, all the while hearing her. Agony, misery, although it's different for each. Always 10 steps behind, always 10 feet below, and she's just out of reach. Agony that can cut like a knife. I must have her to wife.
Two princes, each more handsome than the other. No! Get the hair. Woohoo! Excuse me, young woman! Have you encountered a boy with carrot-top hair and a sunny, though occasionally vague, disposition answering to the name of Jack? Not the one partial to the white cow. He's the one. Well, have you seen the cow? No, and I don't ever care to again. Children can be quite queer about their animals. You be careful with your children. I don't have any children. Oh, that's okay too. Well, I've not seen your son today. I hope he didn't go up that beanstalk again. Quit while you're ahead, I say. Well, Jack! Jack!
Moo! Moo!
Moo! Looking for your cow?
Where did you find her? Hello?
What are you doing?
I'm here to make amends.
I want you to stay out of this, old man.
I'm here to see your wishes granted.
You've caused enough trouble. Keep out of my path.
Hope there are no witches to encounter. Rapunzel! Rapunzel! Let down your hair to me! Is that you, my prince?
Yes.
Excuse me for this. You do take quite a few spills, don't you?
No, it's these slippers. They're not suited for these surroundings. Actually, they're not much suited for dancing either.
I'd say these slippers were as pure as gold.
Yes, they are all you could wish for in beauty.
What I wouldn't give for just one.
Well, what is that likely to do you much good?
Was the ball just as lovely as last evening?
Oh, it's still a nice ball.
Yes, and
They have far too much food.
oh, the prince.
Oh, the prince.
Yes, the prince.
If he knew who I really was.
Oh? Who?
I'm afraid I was rude.
Oh, how?
Now I'm being pursued.
Yes,
And I'm not in a mood.
well, he must have really taken a liking to you.
I have no experience with princes and castles and gowns.
Nonsense. Every girl dreams.
Look, sir, look!
Yes, there she is. Move, move, move.
I must run.
Oh, and I must have your slipper.
Stop that! I needed to have a child! I needed to get out of here!
Where did she go?
Who, sir?
Don't play the fool, woman.
You mean the lovely young maiden in the beautiful ball gown? She went that way. I tried to hold her here for you.
I can capture my own damsel, thank you.
Yes.
Where did you go?
Who?
The prince, of course.
Yes. Oh, that way. But you'll never catch them.
Well, we would have if that monger with the cow hadn't molested us.
Cow?
Uh-huh.
Please let me just compare this color with that of your own.
You want to compare it?
Thought you were returning to the village. I've had no luck.
You've the cow?
Yes, I've the cow. I've only 2 of the 4.
3.
2.
3. Compare this to your corn.
3!
And I almost had the 4th, but she got away.
We've 1 entire day left. Surely we can locate the slipper by then.
We? You mean you'll allow me to stay?
Well, perhaps it will take the 2 of us to get this child.
You've changed. You're daring. You're different in the woods. More sure. More sharing. You're getting us through the woods. If you could see, you're not the man who started, and much more open-hearted than I knew you to be.
It takes 2. I thought 1 was enough. It's not true. It takes 2 of us. You came through. When the journey was rough, it took you. It took 2 of us. It takes care. It takes patience and fear and despair to change. Though you swear to change, you can't tell if you do. It takes 2.
You've changed. You're thriving. There's something about the woods. Not just surviving. You're blossoming in the woods. At home, I'd fear we'd stay the same forever. And then out here, you're passionate, charming, considerate, clever.
To begin, but then once you've begun, it takes 2 of you. It's no fun, but what needs to be done you can do. When there's 2 of you, if I dare, it's because I'm becoming aware of us as a pair of us, each accepting a share of what's there. We've changed.
We're strangers. I'm meeting you in the woods.
Who minds what dangers? I know we'll get past the woods. And once we're past, let's hope the changes last. Beyond woods, beyond witches and slippers and hoods. Just the 2 of us, beyond lies. Safe at home with our beautiful prize. Just the few of us. It takes trust. It takes just a bit more and we're done. We want 4, we had none. We've got 3. We need 1. It takes 2.
Stop her! Stop that hen! Oh, God. Milky White! And the owners! And my hen!
Look at what this hen has just laid in my hand.
A golden egg?
You see, I promised you more than the 5 gold pieces I gave you earlier, sir.
5 gold pieces?
Now, I never said I would settle.
5 gold pieces?
But you took the 5 gold pieces.
You took 5 gold pieces?
I didn't take, you gave.
You said I could have my cow back.
5 gold pieces?
An old man
He's dead.
2!
watching a ball, it's not watching a prince.
Near may be better than Bob, but it still isn't there.
The ball!
So near. So near.
The prince! Sir,
2 midnights gone. 2 midnights gone.
Two midnights gone, and the exhausted baker and his wife buried the dead Milky Way.
You must go to the village in search of another cow.
And what do you propose I use to purchase this cow?
Here. Tell them it's magic.
No person with a brain larger than this is going to exchange a cow for a bean!
Then steal it!
Steal it? Just 2 days ago, you were accusing me of exercising deceit in securing the cow.
Then don't steal it, and resign yourself to a childless life.
Well, I feel it best you go after the cow, as I met a maiden in these previous eves with golden slippers. And I believe I may be successful in securing one of her shoes.
Fine!
Fine.
That is simple!
Fine.
Unfortunately for Rapunzel, the witch discovered her affections for the prince before he could spirit her away.
What did I clearly say? Children should listen. What were you not to do? Children must see and learn. Why could you not obey? Children should listen. What have I been to you? What will you have me be? Handsome like a prince? Ah, but I am old. I am ugly. I embarrass you. You are ashamed of me. You are ashamed. You don't understand.
Only on top of that tower.
It's not company enough.
You're no longer a child.
Don't you know what's out there in the world? Someone has to shield you from the world. Stay with me. Princes wait there in the world, it's true. Princes, yes, but wolves and humans too. Stay at home. I am home. Who out there could love you more than I? What out there that I cannot supply? Stay with me. Stay with me. The world is dark and wide. Stay, a child, while you can be a child. With me. I gave you protection, yet you disobeyed me.
Did you think I would stay in that tower forever?
Lied. Why didn't you tell me you had a visitor? I will not share you. But I will show you a world you've never seen.
When is a white cow not a white cow?
I don't know. Leave me alone.
Haven't I left you alone long enough?
Your questions make no sense, old man.
In need of another cow?
Hey,
Stay with me! I'll slice you into 1,000 bits!
I don't want it. I was just admiring it.
Oh, my granny made it for me out of the wolf that attacked us. I got to skin the animal, and best of all, she gave me this knife for
Well, look what I have. A hen that lays golden eggs.
I don't believe that egg came from that hen. Where did you get that egg?
I stole it from the kingdom of the giant up there. And if you think this is something, you should see the golden harp the giant has. It plays the most beautiful tunes without even touching it.
Ha! Of course it does. Well, why don't you go up there right now and get it and bring it back to me?
I could.
Could not.
Could too.
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 Could not, Mr. Liar!
I am not a liar. I'll go get that harp. You'll see.
After having cast out Rapunzel to a remote desert, the witch returned to take the prince by surprise. But as he leapt from the tower, the thorns into which he fell pierced his eyes and blinded him. As for Cinderella... As for Cinderella... As for Cinderella... As for Cinderella, she returned from her final visit to the festival.
He's a very smart prince. He's a prince who prepares, knowing this time I'd run from him. He spread pitch on the stairs. I was caught unawares, and I thought, well, who cares? This is more than just malice. Better stop and take stock while you're standing here stuck to the steps of the palace. You think, what do you want? You think, make a decision. Why not stay and be caught? You think, well, it's a thought. What would be his response? But then what if he knew who you were when you know that you're not what he thinks that he wants? And then what if you are what a prince would envision? Although how can you know who you are till you know what you want but you don't? So then which do you pick? Where you're safe at a sight at yourself, but where everything's wrong? Or where everything's right and you know that you'll never belong? And whichever you pick, do it quick, cause you're starting to stick to the steps of the palace. It's your first big decision. The choice isn't easy to make. To arrive at a ball is exciting, and oh, once you're there, though, it's scary. And it's fun to deceive when you know you can leave, but you have to be wary. There's a lot that's at stake, but you've stalled long enough, cause you're still standing stuck to the stuff on the steps. But to run along and avoid the collision, even though they don't care, you'll be better off there where there's nothing to choose, so there's nothing to lose. So you pry up your shoes, then from out of the blue, and without any guide, you know what your decision is, which is not to decide. You'll just leave him a clue, for example, a shoe, and then see what he'll do. Now it's he and not you who is stuck with a shoe in a stew, in the goo. And you've learned something too, something you never knew. On the steps of the palace. Wait, you stay away from me! Please just hear me out. You attacked me once before. I did not attack you. I attacked your shoe. I need it. Here. Here's a magic bean in exchange for it. Magic bean? Uh-huh. Nonsense. Don't do it! I have already given up one shoe this evening. My feet cannot bear to give up another. But I need that shoe to have a child. Well, that makes no sense.
Does it make sense that you're running from a prince?
Oh, here. Take my shoes. You'll run faster.
Who was that?
that woman?
Oh, I do not know, sir.
Lying will cost you your life.
I've done nothing wrong.
I'm the cow.
The slipper! Leave all four!
I will give this to the prince, and we will search the kingdom tomorrow.
It's mine!
It's true.
I don't care if it costs me my life!
All will come to a happy ending now.
What was that noise?
Just a bolt of lightning in the far off kingdom.
How dare you take off and search without me?
My apologies, sir. I just thought I might,
Enough of what you thought. I employed a ruse and had the entire staircase smeared in pitch. And there, when the maiden ran down, remained her slipper.
Brilliant.
I thought so. It did create quite a mess when the other guests left.
I have succeeded in obtaining the other slipper.
Give her the slipper, all will turn out well.
Who are you, old man?
First I appear, I speak down.
Do as he says. He's obviously a spirit of some sort, and we need only one. Worrying will do you no good. If he's safe, then he's safe. And if he's been crushed, well, there's nothing any of us can do about that now, is there? We must be off. I'm to need my rest if tomorrow's search to commence.
Doesn't anyone care that a giant has fallen from the sky?
He is dead, is he not?
Well, with such a thought, I would suppose.
Leave all the objects.
Yes, slipper, hair.
Cape, cow.
This cow doesn't look as white as milk to me.
She is. She is.
This cow has been covered in flour!
We did have a cow as white as milk. Honestly, we did.
Then where is she?
She's dead.
We thought you'd prefer a live cow.
Of course I prefer a live cow! So go get the old cow and I'll bring her back to life.
You can do that?
Now!
Mother, look! The most beautiful heart.
Oh, Jack! Oh, you stole too much. You could have been killed coming down that plant.
She's too heavy.
What's happening? Milky White! Now I have two friends, a cow and a heart!
Quiet! Feed the objects to the cow.
Huh?
What?
You heard me? Feed them to the cow! Fill this!
Oh, I'll do it. She'll load it up for me.
Wrong ingredients! You can forget about a child!
No, you wait one moment. We followed your instructions. 1, that cow is white as milk, correct?
Yes!
And 2, that cape was certainly as red as blood.
Yes!
And 3, the slipper.
Yes!
And 4, I compared that hair with this ear of corn.
I pulled it from a maiden in a towel.
You what? What were you doing there?
Well, I happened to be passing by.
Don't you understand? I touched that hair! I cannot have touched the ingredients!
Oh.
The corn!
What?
Silky hair of the corn. Pull it from the ear and feed it to the cow. Quickly!
I said better work, old man! before the last stroke of midnight, or your son will be the last of your flesh and blood.
Son?
Please, not now!
Yes, meet your father.
Father? Could that be you? I thought you died in a baking accident.
I didn't mean to run from you, son.
She's milking.
I don't understand.
Not now! Into the cup!
We've given you what you wish.
Now when can we expect a child?
What's wrong?
What's happening?
Where are you going?
Son!
Father! Father!
All is repaired.
He's dead.
So the mysterious man died, having helped end the curse on his house. For the baker, there would be no reunion with his father, and he and his wife, bewildered, returned home. The witch, who had been punished with age and ugliness that night when her beans had been stolen and lightning flashed, was now returned to her former state of youth and beauty. And Milky White, after a night of severe indigestion, was reunited with the now wealthy Jack. As for the prince, he began his search for the foot to fit the golden slipper. When he came to Cinderella's house, her stepmother took the shoe into Florinda's room. The girl obeyed, swallowing her pain, and joined the prince on his horse, riding off to become his bride.
Look at the blood within the shoe. This one is not the bride that's true. Search for the foot that fits.
The prince returned the false bride and asked the other sister to put on the shoe.
Darling, be still, cut off a bit of the feeling at will, but when you're his wife, that's not the life you'll never need to walk.
The girl obeyed and swallowed her pain, but as she was helped on the back of the horse by the prince, he noticed blood trickling from the shoe.
Have you no other daughters?
To which the woman replied,
No, just a scented little kitchen wench which his late wife left behind. But she is much too dirty. She cannot be seen.
I insist.
and when Cinderella presented herself and tried on the blood-soaked slipper, it fit like a glove.
This is the true bride.
I've always wanted a son.
And much to the dismay of the stepmother and her daughters, Cinderella joined the prince, heading off to become his bride.
Nobody at all within the shore. This is the proper bride for you. Fit to attend a prince.
And finally, as for Rapunzel, she bore twins and lived impoverished in the desert until the day her prince, wandering aimlessly, heard a voice so familiar that he went towards it. Rapunzel, overjoyed at seeing him, fell into his arms weeping, and two of her tears wetted his eyes, and their touch restored his vision.
I was going to come fetch you as soon as you learned your lesson. Who are you?
Surely you remember?
Mother?
This is who I truly am. Come with me, child. We can be happy as we once were.
She will not go with you.
Let her speak for herself. Come with me. You and those beautiful babies. You leave me no choice.
As is often the way in these tales, in exchange for her youth and beauty, the witch lost her powers over others. And when the wedding with the prince was celebrated, Lucinda and Florinda attended, wishing to win favor with Cinderella and share in her good fortune. But as the sisters stood by the blessed couple, pigeons swooped down upon them and pecked their eyes out, punishing them with blindness.
I see your princess found you.
Yes,
Thanks for the slipper.
I didn't think I'd wed a prince.
I didn't think I'd ever find you. I didn't think I could be so happy.
And it came to pass, all that seemed wrong was now right. The kingdoms were filled with joy, and those who deserved to were certain to live a long and happy life. Ever after. Journey over, all is mended, and it's not just for today, but tomorrow, and extended, ever after. All the curses have been ended, the reverse is wiped away, all is tenderness and laughter, but forever after.
Happy hours, happy months, and happy ever after.
There were dangers,
Survival
and confusion,
must be hidden.
and the past would often swerve.
We did not.
There were constant
It's amazing
disillusions,
that we did.
but they never lost their nerve,
Never lost
and they reached the right conclusions, and they got what they deserve. Not sighing, not sorrow, tenderness and laughter, joy today and bliss tomorrow and forever after.
I was saying, I was fine, we were happy. It was fun. We were waiting for the woods to get over now.
I was perfect. I had everything but beauty and power. And a daughter like a flower in a tower. Then I went into the woods to get my wish and I'm ordinary. As a flower, I'm unhappy now, unhappy now. Love is ever after. Had we used our common sense, been worthy of our discontents to be happy. And forever, you will see your wish come true.
Don't be careful, don't be clever, when you see your wish pursue. It's a dangerous endeavor, but the only thing to do.
It's fearful, though it's deep, though it's dark, though you may lose the path, though you may go your fall.
Though it's deep, though it's dark, and though you may lose the path, you may still fall. Though it's deep, though it's dark, and you may lose the path, you may still fall. You lessons have a fun, but you can't just wish. Don't you get your wish? You go into the woods where now it's clear, where wishes go, some holes appear. Into the woods and through the fear, you have to take the journey. Into the woods and down the dell, in vain perhaps, but who can tell? Into the woods to lift the spell.
Into the woods to lose the longing.
Into the woods to have a child.
To win the prince.
To get the money.
To save the house.
To kill the wolf.
To find the father.
To conquer the kingdom, to find, to wed, to get, to save, to kill, to give, to go to the festival, into the woods. Into the woods. Into the woods and out of the woods.
To be continued.
And happy ever after.